Oh my god, I think we've done it. Oh my god. Hello, Trash Fam. It's me, Praxis Descends, coming at you from, I think, the past, where we have all got crank modems and are coming to you live from a VHS tape we found in Rev's basement. Um, as you can probably imagine, this has been a bit of a stressful time getting the stream up and running. Sunny Kitty and Sassy Dragon have been devoured by the great internet beast and therefore will not be with us today. But it is hoped that they will cut their way out from the inside sometime soon, thereby regaining all their mythic points. And no, wrong campaign. This campaign, however, is the It You Trash Crew presents Under the Sapphire Sun, a Dragon Age stream GM'd by Sable Whisper, and in fact written by Sable Whisper, for it is not your dad's Dragon Age stream, which is mean. I'm sure your dad would run a great Dragon Age stream, but it is set many, many centuries before the events of Dragon Age Origins, and follows the tale of the agents of the Inquisition who are investigating many things in the town of Valmarcia, but all with the goal towards discovering what is up with the mysterious sapphire sun, a very blue star that hangs in the sky. Currently, this game is going to only deal with the events of the two Templar recruits, Tyn and Arlen, and of course Thora, who is a full-on member of the Inquisition, because of the aforementioned internet beast situation. And I'm so sorry that we have started so late. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. So I'm going to truncate the usual intro that we go through. I won't even do a bit with Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. That's how little time we have. Instead, I'm going to hand us straight over to our storyteller, Sable Whisper, who will hopefully get things into the action and sort the thing out. Sable.
Cheers. So the usual briefing about helps and hinders wasn't given. I'm not going to go into it because I don't know bugger all about it. What I will say is this session, if you're intent on fiddling with the whims of fate, okay, but this one's going to be difficult. If you do, don't expect, even with a minor one, that I can do anything about it immediately, unless things happen where you can. I know what I mean. Just bear with me. I always try to get everyone's stuff in. I'm not used to having people throw peanuts at me while I'm GMing, and I'm getting really good at it, and I promise I will try and do it. But this one's a bit funny, so we'll
Note
see
to
what.
self: get peanuts for tomorrow's game with Sable.
Yeah. Oh.
Peanuts weren't part of the plan, Luke. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. I think peanuts would be great. Can I eat them?
Yeah.
So that's that. And don't forget also, just to briefly evangelize a little bit. Have you heard the good news about moderate helps and hinders? Because I've never seen a moderate help or hinder, and I always pre-write moderate helps and hinders just as an idea for myself. So don't forget about
Guys, I found my character sheet.
That's good. I found my game notes. Okay.
Can confirm though, Sable does write down really exciting looking moderates, and by exciting looking I mean he always looks really excited when he writes them down. So that could be a good thing or a villainous thing.
Actually, I write them in purple. I always write them in purple so I can see them if someone.
Our brand colours.
Yep. So we'll go straight into it. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of suspension of disbelief because I knew that Sunny Kitty wasn't going to be here. I didn't know about Sassy. So Iris actually is going to be around in this session because she is. However, Effie isn't. Effie has actually been missing in World. She's been missing for 3 days. She went out to go and see one of her contacts in the Chantry 3 days ago and never came back. Or has not yet come back, or never came back implies she's definitely dead. According to her Chantry conduct, she never even She never even made the rendezvous. So she's vanished for unknown reasons. I should probably, just as a guess, that Tiernan and Arlen, the doughty junior Templars, no doubt immediately assumed she'd gone off on a murdering spree and skipped town. But fortunately for Effie's character, there's no evidence of any sudden magic themed murders happening, other than the magic themed murder you investigated a few weeks ago. That's a separate thing. She definitely didn't do that. Or did she? No, she didn't. Or did she? No, she was with you at the time. So you've not been able to turn up anything. No one seems to have seen anything strange. You know her route to this rendezvous. No one's seen anything bizarre. So it's the sort of mid-afternoon, and you're sort of at your tavern, the Emprise du Bois, and there's a rapping at the door, and it's a one of Val Mercier's classic urchins. And this classic model urchin, who I'm not going to voice because he'll turn into one of my apparently compelling NPCs, and I don't have time to fill in a backstory for like a homeless kid. But the urchin, who believe me, is just super scrappy and adorable. No, he has no characteristics at all. No.
We'll remember to ask in future.
No, the only thing he has is no money and a piece of paper, and he hands a piece of paper to you. And then holds out his hand. You give him a couple of coppers, and he scampers off to do whatever his urchins do. I sweep chimneys, and so on. You open the note, and it says. Sorry, we're going straight into it, but we can luxuriate later. It says, "You might find what you seek at the White Crest Inn, where the speciality of the house is the salt cod stew," and it's simply signed with the letter L.
L. Do any of you know who that could be referring to?
No, I don't care. I think we should just go right now.
Yeah,
We should tell Adriana.
at least.
Wait,
yes.
is she not there with us?
Yeah, I assume Adriana's with you.
So Adriana, Adriana, what do you think?
Adriana thinks L stands for Ludovic.
Oh, fuck.
Oh well, I called him Ducasse, so that's not on me.
Fine.
Surely he would.
How thoughtful of you.
Well, we are in a somewhat tenuous alliance. I'm sure it isn't a threat. It kind of looks like it would be a threat, but if that's who it is, I think we're...
Has he kidnapped her? What is this?
No, he probably just has the information. I can't imagine he'd do something so stupid.
Sorry, I'm just really stressed out. If anyone finds out we let a mage disappear, we're in serious shit here.
Yeah, I should say actually, as soon as it became clear that Effie was AWOL, Adriana sort of took you two particularly to one side and said, "Look, I know you feel a great sense of obligation to report to your superiors that a mage, an apostate mage, technically, it has escaped your charge. But if you could just not tell anyone until we are sure of what's happened, that would be great. I will leave it up to you to let me know privately if you did sneak a letter off to Montsimard to tell. That's absolutely fine by me. Just let me know, and we'll deal with that later. Yeah.
Well, we should head out then.
Yes.
Okay.
Immediately.
So you head down to the White Crest Inn. It's moderately busy. It's about half full.
And speaking, Sable, of moderate, Interiority has activated a moderate hinder.
Goodness.
Feel free
And he says
donate.
it's a gift for Sable.
That's a big peanut.
You know what? I really super appreciate that. You see, okay, just so I'm really glad you've done that, because this is the first of a 3-part arc So your moderate hinders are probably worth a little bit more than they might normally be. So understood, noted, acknowledged. Good on you. MVP.
Interiority.
Thanks, interiority.
What a boo.
But yeah, you go to the White Christian, as I said, it's about half full. There's a crowd. This is definitely an eatery, a gastropub, as they might say in the modern day, a primeval slug and lettuce. So they do serve food a bit more than just, I guess it's whatever we've stewed the day before plus some bread.
Okay, so I had a toddler in my hands. What did you say the specialty was?
Salt.
Salt cod stew.
Salt cod stew is their specialty. Yeah.
So, is there like a bar somewhere Thor could just go up
Yeah,
and just ask specifically for that?
Yeah, there's the landlady. She's seen you before. You've been here before. It's a great place to meet people. It's quite busy at night, so it's a good place for conversations where no one's going to overhear you. What can I get you?
Have any of the salt cod stew today?
I don't think we've ever had salt cod stew. Sorry. On the other hand, I've got a lovely bit of mackerel in. Perfect for the slightly chillier days we've been having recently.
Oh, no, I really just had a craving. Never mind. It's fine.
Henry, do we have any salt cod stew? Yeah, no, what? Look, I think they need a top over there. Why do you go and Oh, all right, fine. Busting me off, honestly. Scrub. No, she has no characteristics.
I love her.
No, she is immune to your love. She deflects it. And her husband Henri, I suppose I should say, sort of beckons you over. He sort of pours you some beers and says, "Come with me."
Oh, thank you.
And I know, it was the name that came to mind. And then he takes you to a back room, where you see Ludovic Ducasse, and a couple of his people, his smugglers, or if you're being a bit less generous, pirates. And as soon as he sees you here, he looks sort of glad that you've got the message, and he actually sends his two guys out to just keep an eye on the room, just make sure no one is overhearing. As soon as they're gone and the door is closed, his naturally relaxed, faintly smug manner evaporates, and he actually does look very world weary, just a little bit concerned. The last time you dealt with him, he was in a place he controlled. He had a couple dozen armed people with him who were loyal to him. Here, he has engineered this situation to outnumber him, and actually, on his own, he's lost a lot of the swagger that defines him. I know your mage friend is missing.
What else do you know?
I believe I know exactly where she is.
How did you come by this information?
It is not information as such, it is a belief, but it is a very strong belief. Obviously, to part with it, I will need a favor in return. However, when a person has gone missing, this is a very time-sensitive thing, so I'm not going to mess you around. I will simply take an open favor, a promise of a favor later.
As long as it's not murder.
If we had more time, I would pretend to be outraged by the very suggestion of that, but we don't. So instead, I will give you this look, and we can move on.
You've got us over a barrel. We don't have much choice. We need to get Athleta back safe.
So, not to go into unnecessary detail, I recently made a bargain with a miserable species of bandit called Merle d'Église. I delivered, he did not. Now, this is a risk in my business, and normally I would take the life lesson and move on. But I am, in this instance, out of pocket to quite a considerable sum of money. And moreover, I'm afraid that the transaction that we made may leave this miserable bastard somewhat advantaged in a way that nobody wants him to be. As I say, I try not to judge normally in the day-to-day conduction of my business, but in this case, I have had time to develop a bit of a conscience about it, for want of a better word, and I have decided to reverse the transaction. And that is where our paths will come together, because I am almost entirely certain that Oteglis has taken Athleta.
Why would he do that?
Oteglis is, or at least he believes himself to be, an eccentric, and he believes that he is charmingly eccentric.
Bloody
What he,
Valroyo. Bloody old lesions.
well, interesting that you should say that. His family is distantly noble, although I don't think he would even comprehend the meaning of the word. Whatever he may believe he is, the truth of the matter is that he is simply a very rich lunatic. And I'm afraid that the longer that Athleta is with him, the more likely she is to come to considerable harm in his delicate care. So, I have managed to arrange a rendezvous tonight with somebody who will be able to confirm to me if he has recently acquired a new guest in the form of your magical friend.
Yes.
For reasons I am not prepared to go into, too boring to recount, I would like the four of you to accompany me to this rendezvous in lieu of my own people.
Well, of course, if it's for Athleta, we need to be involved.
Oh, naturally. Now, we will find out the fate of whoever it is was taken, and as I say, I am strongly suspicious, given the nature of this transaction, that it would be a mage he was after. This rendezvous is tonight. Do you remember when we first met at the caves?
Yes.
Not far outside them, do you remember there was a ruined tavern?
Yeah, I think I can recall the one.
It will be there tonight, but we will meet just outside of the town gates on the road south, and we will travel together, just so you know that I am not planning an ambush or something like that. I know that you have no reason to trust me, but on the other hand, we cannot afford to play the normal games of distrust that people like you and people like me tend to play.
I appreciate that. Straight to the point.
As I said, I may be many things, but I do not barter in people's lives, and every second we delay, Efleda's life is more and more in jeopardy. Or at the very least, whoever it is that Oteglis has taken, their life is in terrible jeopardy. Very well then, we'll leave it there. Please convey whatever you wish to the charming Mistress de Malta, and I'm sure she will approve, since she does not want your friend to be missing for too long, I'm certain. I will see you or not see you as the sun sets tonight outside the South Town gate. If you do not arrive, I will assume that you have rejected my arrangement and have gone your own way.
Right. Well, I hope this bears fruit. But I'd like to apologize. I feel I may have misjudged you when we first met.
I doubt very much that you have misjudged me, but we are all, every single one of us, many people at once, you see. A scoundrel, perhaps, but still one with some sort of code, yeah?
Well, I'm going to take it on faith that you're not messing us around on this issue. We'll see you tonight.
Indeed.
Oh,
I mean, I don't think he would. He has plenty of opportunities to mess us around that aren't as convoluted as this.
true. And he probably really does value our future favor.
Yes. I've just known so many people like him. And hopefully he's different.
Well, this is a favor that will go through our holy. It'll go through Adriana. So if it's not something you can do, then I'm sure the rest of us can.
Yes. Oh, how long have we got? I just hate waiting.
Well, then at least we can get back home and let Adriana know what went down and prepare.
I can't believe a Flader's in the hands of a madman.
I mean, I can. It seems like the sort of thing that she'd do.
She is very charming. She can handle herself. She can handle herself until we bring her back.
Yes, it's the manner in which she's going to handle herself that's bothering me.
Exactly my point. She
Well,
might fancy herself as very well equipped to handle danger, but mages are on a knife edge of control at the best of times, and if she's in the hands of a mad man, then who knows what it is she'll be doing to try and get herself out of it.
Quite right. Mages have been tempted by less.
Much less.
I think she's stronger than you.
I don't want to get there and have to fight some sort of demon. That's all I'm saying. Because not only will we have to risk our lives to put her down, but I will be bitterly disappointed in her.
I know that you trust her, Thora. I'm just saying we have to be prepared for anything. Especially the longer this goes on.
Well, let's go now.
Especially as it's difficult to trust mages at the best of times.
So you return to the Emprise du Gloire.
Mm-hmm.
Adriana is very keen to hear the results of this meeting. Presumably, you tell her them exactly as they were.
Yeah.
As before, when you were dealing with Ludovic, and it's probably far more so in this case, she is willing for you to go along with it. If Effie's life is in danger, then that's reason enough, and especially when you consider that, yeah, you know, Adriana's a seeker, and she'll say it out loud as well, and it's a mage. If she's pushed, other people's lives might be in danger as well, and if that happens, there are implications for the honor of the Inquisition itself, and for the Divine, who said, "Nah, these apostates are fine." So she does suggest that you go moderately well equipped, but she suggests that you avoid wearing anything that specifically telegraphs that you are Templars.
Do we have neutral armor that's like... I mean, our armor isn't the thing that's emblazoned, is it? We have like surcoats and shit, don't we?
Since you're neither of you are yet knight brothers of the order, so you don't have the ridiculous flaming sword armor.
Yeah.
And actually, I kind of think in this, because this is actually set a good 450 years before Origins. I'm not even sure plate armor is strictly a thing, or if it is, it's so elite and expensive. It's not a realistic thing. I think most Templars are wearing mail.
And especially given how many Templars there are in this setting, you couldn't afford to give them all.
I think the thing is, right, I'm not going to go on about it, but it occurred to me while I was doing this, the tech level's got to be different. You know, it's got to be 400 years different.
It's not Star Wars.
It's not Star Wars. The tech level doesn't change for 3,000 years. No, it's exactly. So I think, you know, we're going to go back a little way. There's no shiny plate or anything like that. The most you get like is a coat of smaller plates. But yeah, you've probably just got your mail that you take, and you just don't wear. You've probably got like a leather badge or something you can affix to it. You just take that off.
Mm-hmm.
Tynan will take off his shield cover.
Yeah, I drew them in leather armor, but they wear mail underneath, so...
Yeah. Our leather armor is very dashing as well.
So you know, you probably go a little early for the rendezvous outside the gate just to make sure, you know, that everything's fine in there.
You know, give Arlen some good pacing time.
Yes, he's running his hands through his hair a lot, and a few bits are sticking up weirdly.
There's a group of traveling merchants that comes out of the gate. Probably about 20 of them or so, sort of a small but moderate caravan of them. And as they go past you, one of them stays behind, and you know he takes off his cloak and it's Ludovic.
Tiernan quite clearly goes to salute, but then like realizes that that's not only really inappropriate, but he wouldn't do it to him anyway, and then just kind of nods awkwardly.
Oh.
Oh, Tiernan. So yeah, he waits a little while for the merchants to get over the hill, and says, "We'll stay off the road and head this way." You can tell by the way Ludovic sort of looks around himself all the time that he's definitely on edge, without any of his own people around him.
Are you expecting trouble?
Always.
Should we be expecting trouble?
If you've got your head screwed on, yes.
What is awaiting us? Are we breaking in?
The tavern is a burnt ruin. We will be stepping over some long-worn rubble and into one of the few enclosed spaces in it. But I assure you, we won't be trespassing on anyone's actual property, if that is your concern. We are meeting a contact of mine who has worked with Odeglise in the past.
Right. Does this Deglise fellow have a base of operations?
He does, but I do not know where. However, once we know that that is where we must look for both the solution to your problem and the solution to mine, I will be able to redouble my efforts in finding it. He's very reclusive, and as I said before, rather wealthy, so he's been able to make sure that the right eyes are turned away from his operation. However, there's no amount of bribing that's going to stop me from getting at my cash.
I believe that.
Well, he could, in fact, bribe me the exact amount that he owes me back. But at this stage, that would not help him, since he also has the item I traded him and your friend, very likely. It's a couple of miles outside of the town.
Mm-hmm.
You remember it well. It's awful. It's a blight, really. That's a word you shouldn't use in Thadis.
Don't.
No.
It's a bad place.
It's a bad.
It's a bad place. I mean, speaking of blight, though, I mean, that was probably when it was burnt. I mean, this place simply has not been restored. Like a lot of the countryside around here, there's just not many people. Like Europe after the Black Death, there's just not enough people. And so little things like whole burnt villages, just that's that. That was only 70 years ago. No, it wasn't. It was 40 years ago. What bollocks am I talking about? So, yeah, you arrive at the ruined tavern, the name of which you have absolutely no clue about whatsoever. It's only the loneliness of the building and the sort of the layout of it that make you think it was ever an inn in the first place. And Ludo is very cautious. He just he scouts around, making sure that you haven't been preempted and there aren't people lurking.
And Thora would be going almost behind him, like making sure that he's not doing something else. Like she does not trust him at all.
That's absolutely fine. In fact, would you make me a perception something test?
Seeing, looking for.
Okay, that'll do it.
Oh shit.
43 with a 6.
21 with a 5. Oh wait, no, 23. I think doesn't the higher number just mean that you passed the? Never mind. 23 with a 5.
Rogues.
Yeah. as far as you can tell, he is as curious about this situation as you are, and he is making sure this place hasn't been trapped, or there are people waiting under the floorboards.
Okay.
And he kind of comes back to you with the group and says, "We'll go in. There's what's left of a room over here. You should be able to get a good look out if anyone's approaching."
Okay.
And you sort of climb through the rubble, and you wait, and it grows darker, or I should say, it grows bluer as the real sun falls, and the sapphire sun, ever present, continues to glow.
Tiernan does his best to look like he's not standing on duty. Which mostly means, like, standing really still for a long period of time and then, like, slightly moving.
Arlen just looks stressed.
Thor's pressed up against the part of the wall that he went into and listening and just watching and trying to stay in the shadow, wherever the shadow is.
There's a sudden bang, like something heavy falling on the floor, which is exactly what's happened. And about a second later, the room is almost full of white smoke. And as you all fall unconscious, the last thing you hear is Ducasse muttering, "Oh."
Oh my god!
You
Well-
wake up eventually.
Piss.
Was that Arlen's last word?
Yeah.
You wake up, you all have the same dull, splitting headache. The first thing you become aware of is a weight here. Each of you has a sort of a rusted iron manacle around your neck. You are sitting in what could easily be a cave. It's pretty dark here. So I mean, Thora's eyes are well adjusted to the darkness, and even she would go, "Yeah, this is not enough to see by even for a dwarf's eyes." Or you sort of, you can just about make out each other's silhouettes. So you know, all five of you who were in the ruined tavern are here.
Oh, Tiernan, are you there?
Oh, man. I had
What the
my
bloody hell is going on?
Ducasse.
Thora.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
just to be clear, this wasn't me.
I didn't think you'd have chained yourself to a wall.
I know I'm fairly creative, but not that creative.
Well, not the first time I've woken up chained to something, but this by far the most unpleasant.
This is a new one for me. I can't say I care for it. This is quite tight. Are we stuck here? Are we prisoners now? Are we trapped?
Tries to move a little.
Yeah,
Oh,
we...
Arlen, that's such good news. You as you lean forward, trying to see the extent to which you're chained, you hear a sort of a sound coming from Iris, who, as you pull forward, you pull her chain back into the wall.
Oh, shit. Scared the life out of me. Iris?
Oh, she's here.
Okay.
Well,
Wait, who's. Hold on. Thor's gonna move like a little bit. Does it pull anyone?
Yeah, Dukas goes, stop that, stop that, stop that.
I'm just seeing. There's 5 of us. Tiernan,
Okay.
move.
Tiernan, this might be the time to move.
I don't want to choke someone.
Gently, then.
Tiernan, actually, there's no one sitting next to you. There is a sort of, there's a rock that's had like an iron shackle riveted into it. So you actually do have more room to maneuver than the rest of them because you're not going to choke on a rock. But obviously your neck, or more specifically your throat, isn't able to lift a rock.
Like, Tiernan is a little bit very stressed out by the situation because
I should
he's
add
not
to that
he's
stress
not
roll.
super keen.
I'm going to add that stress. I'm going with a moderate hinder, which is that you have been thoroughly searched and divested of your weapons, your armor, and anything you would have normally had on you.
Even like the are these locks anywhere? Because Thor has a very elaborate hairdo. Did they take her hair down and take all of her little pins?
I bet they took your hair down. I bet they shook your hairpins out, and it's gone all matted at the back.
But my answer to that question will be in the form of a counter question. Is that a thing that Thora mechanically has lockpicks in her hair?
I mean,
or is that something you?
That's totally a thing she probably would have done, but I don't know if I have lockpicks like in the game yet.
Okay. Well, whatever the situation, you don't think there are lockpicks in your hair currently. They've even taken your armor clean off you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's creepy. I mean, you've woken up and you've been undressed.
Someone touched my hair.
Yeah.
Also, I think I'm naked. No, I have clothes.
I'm confident you have clothes.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. This is a family show, guys. It's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Oh, the maker is the rock to which I cling.
Actually, I have a different idea about the rock to which you cling.
Not the time to cast.
Well,
Tiernan, it's going to be all right. I'm going to get out of this.
Maker, we're trapped here. We're trapped here. I can't breathe.
We're going to be okay. Just breathe.
I cannot see the path. Perhaps there is only abyss. Trembling, I step forward in darkness enveloped.
Well, the Maker's always gotten us out of scrapes before.
True.
And Draste, you could help too if you want.
I'm not alone, even as I stumble on the path with my eyes closed. Yes, I see the light is here.
I imagine that this captivity is going to get very boring if this is the tenor of the conversation we're going to have. We should really be relying on our own wits to get us out of this, not the wits of the Maker.
Tiernan, you're certainly not alone. I'm here.
Yeah, Dukas, that's blasphemy, but I'll let it slide.
Oh,
right.
I was worried you'd arrest me.
As the master of sneaking and all things piratey, got any bright ideas?
I'll let that one slide. No, I don't have any ideas, except possibly he should have another dose of that gas.
He'll be fine. Everyone has a coping mechanism.
Yes. I suggest we wait. We will soon find out whether or not Utikles is the one who's taken us, which I believe is almost entirely certain at this point, and whether he intends to kill us. If he does not intend to kill us, then he will have to feed us at some point.
If he was going to kill us, he'd have done it by now. He had the perfect chance. We walked into his trap like fucking idiots.
That is not necessarily the case.
I don't even know this guy.
Utikles does not think in the way that you would expect someone to think normally. He may have some desire to kill us in a particular way at a particular time for a particular reason, not simply to kill us where we lay.
Is he going to kill us because we've thrown in our lock with you?
I don't think he wants me dead particularly.
What other reason would he have for targeting us?
I'm afraid that I know as little about the situation as you do.
Unless it's something Effie's done.
He would have to know your connection to her. Which, if there are guards outside this door, he now certainly does.
Can I hear anything?
Make me a perception hearing test.
Hey, yo. 10 with a 3.
No, actually, you'd sort of expect to hear.
Oh, no, wait, 15 with a 3. Sorry, I keep forgetting to add my 5.
That's fine, still no one.
It's worth a
You
try.
expect to hear someone sort of breathing or adjusting themselves or shifting on their feet, but no.
I don't think there's anyone at the door. Is there a door? Does anyone see a door? Why'd you say door? Do you know something?
Whoever's waiting around, we're up. We're awake.
So
No.
actually, what little light there is in here is, it seems to be lantern light coming from outside, and the way that the light is coming in, which is very much at the floor, tells you that there is a door. So it's not like you're in a dungeon with bars. There's a door, but it's not a particularly sturdy one. It's obviously got a few gaps in it.
Can anyone reach it
I could try, but Iris is going to have to work with me.
with your feet or something? I don't know.
Tiernan's the only one who has a realistic chance, but he'd have to find some way of managing the rock.
How heavy is this rock? Like, how big is this rock? I have no idea how heavy it is.
Football sized.
Oh, okay. I've been imagining like a kind of comical boulder.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Same.
So, like, if anyone else is near that thing, they could help push it or something.
In which case, like, can Tiernan hold the chain?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely get to the point where you're almost, well, not standing, because I imagine Tiernan's tall.
Pretty tall.
This is a character you've built.
He's not short, but Arlen's taller.
Yeah, you can't quite stand up, but you can definitely get firmly away from the seat. Everyone else can really lean forward maybe 3 or 4 inches before their partner finds their windpipe pressed against.
Then Tiernan's gonna sort of like crouch up and wrap his hand around the chain and try and drag the boulder without choking himself out.
As you do, Thora, you hear footsteps approaching.
Stop. Someone's coming.
Tiernan drops to the floor.
The door, you hear the sound of a key in a lock, and the door opens and some light spills in. A silhouetted figure enters the cell, holding a bucket and a long rod. He dips the long rod into the bucket and he holds it out to you, one each at a time, and it's basically a tin cup on a stick, and he's taken water from the bucket so you can all have a drink.
The hospitality leaves a little to be desired.
I'm not drinking that.
Ludovi says, over here, I'm thirsty. And he drinks of it and he goes, oh god, that's awful. I mean, that's mop water, right? Yeah. And he says, this kind host of ours might not be back for a few hours. I would drink if you can.
Tiernan will.
Arlen's gonna do it, yeah.
They've probably drunk worse in their time as recruits.
Yeah, it's stale.
Yeah.
It's stale water. That's it. Well, it tastes like stale water. It might be poisoned, but it doesn't taste bitter or anything like that.
Can we tell anything about this fellow, or?
Not really.
Sable's like, I will not characterize him.
He
He's
has
smooth.
he has a fondness for horses. He likes not in a exact.
I hadn't gone there, but thanks.
He just thinks they're handsome animals. They call
lucky
it
Sonny's
horse
not here.
shit.
Well,
Sonny would
now,
have fallen for him instantly.
now I have a reason to dislike him, so that works for me.
Yeah. So Thora, are you convinced to take a drink?
No.
No. Well, he only offers once.
That's fine.
Um,
There's no way I could like wrestle that out of his hands and like kill him with it.
Dark. No. What he does is he offers you, and then when it's obviously refusing, he just pours it out at your feet and shrugs and leaves.
Do not care.
You might later.
Mm-hmm. If they wanted to poison you, they'd do it. They wouldn't do it now. They'd wait until you were thirsty.
You can't see her expression, so
I hope we're not going to be here for long.
Well, I don't think he intends to kill us immediately. I would not have bothered with that little show.
Well, we're all going to have to get very familiar with each other.
Yes.
Maybe it's a good thing they took our armor off us. That's murder to sleep in.
Quite.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about when we have to relieve ourselves.
I like you, Alan. You think practically.
Yes, sometimes strength, sometimes a weakness.
Well, we will have to do quite a lot of practical thinking if we are to get ourselves out of here.
Right. Speaking of which, Sable,
Hello.
this chain stone setup.
Yeah.
Can I reach the stone?
Yeah, it's right next to you.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
on the,
he's-
it's on the bench next to you, the same way that everyone else is sat.
So, if he's strong enough, he can just pick it up and walk around with it.
So what happens with all of your chains is they go back through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
So he's at the end, basically.
Yeah. He and the rocker at both ends.
I see.
Thor, is there anyone outside?
everybody stop breathing. Can I check?
Yeah. Perception hearing.
Please.
Rev, that was some time. Stop breathing.
It's out of the game.
I know, but it was funny. Alan, stop vaping. No.
I'm stressed.
I'm stressed. How dare you?
He is
Yeah,
probably dying for a smoke. He's
They took
almost
my-
certainly smoked at one point.
They took my vape.
19 with a 3.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Actually, yes. You definitely heard when your maitre d left. You could hear him putting down the bucket, and you think you heard him sort of sitting on a wooden seat outside the cell.
Oh, he's still here. He's listening.
I won't then. But Tiernan is going to be sitting, using his time to look at the stone chain setup and, like, very calmly, so as not to draw attention to the fact that he's moving a lot, he is, like, testing his links for any that, like, none of them are going to be weak enough to just break barehanded, but any that he could even feasibly try and drop the rock on. He's trying to smarts his way out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's quite poorly looked after chain work. It's probably not the most practical solution.
Nope. But it's the one he's currently thinking over.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're on wooden benches, are they splintery at all? Can we like splinter some kind of lockpick?
Are they held together by nails or by wooden pegs?
I would imagine wooden pegs.
Darn. Hmm.
What are the walls like?
Plain stone. A little rough, actually. That's why immediately when you arrived, you thought cave.
Tin, and you could try to chafe the chain on the rock, and it might take a while, but it might loosen the chains a little.
He'll hear it.
It'll cause a lot of noise.
Unless we all start causing a lot of noise.
Then he'll come in and tell us to shut up.
But maybe you can snap it in that time.
I can't. I'm not that strong. No, I don't think anyone is that strong.
Well, I did for a second. Don't judge me.
But your faith in me is heartwarming, Thor. But I'm still, I just need to carry on doing this. He's gonna keep doing it because it makes him feel less like he's running out of air.
What exactly is he doing? Is he... Yeah.
Basically, he's trying to find where a weak link could be in case of any future attempts at breaking the chain.
Yeah, there are definitely a couple of less sturdy links.
And so the chain is connected to the wall where? Like right behind us, or like at the ceiling right behind us?
Right behind you.
And we're in a stone.
bit.
And I think it's a cave. Is it like if I found another rock, I could like chip it off or something? Because that was my favorite pastime growing up in Orsamar, was chipping the walls.
Yeah, it's chipping rocks with larger rocks is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, you could try and fashion yourself a Stone Age weapon.
I don't know. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Sit here and cry? No, she's not a crier.
No.
So that's what she's doing.
Okay.
Trying to chip the thing out of the wall.
Arlen just doesn't want to hurt Iris. Or he'd be trying to brute strength his way out of this. So, yeah, it's only our necks that are bound, right? Not our hands.
No, you have free movement of your hands.
I mean, if anything else, I'm glad that Adriana at least knew where we were going. If whoever took us left a trail, I trust Adriana to follow it.
But she wouldn't follow it immediately. And the longer we're gone, the longer Effie's gone, we have to get out of this now.
Yes, I'm trying to think. I'm just... God, they really took everything, didn't they?
It's really gross.
I mean, it's the most logical way to take prisoners.
Never been a prisoner before. I don't know.
It's not fun. Usually the setup isn't this sophisticated, though. Clearly this person's used to taking prisoners.
But Effie isn't here, so wherever he's keeping her,
Maybe she isn't his prisoner.
Do we really think Effie is working with some sort of madman?
She's really smart. She's very cute. I mean, if anyone can charm a crazy person, it'll be her.
I'm surprised. I mean, when did she even get taken? Thora, you spend the most time with her. Like, did she sneak out at night, or... Like, how did this happen? Did we wake up one day and Effie just wasn't there?
She was supposed to go to meet someone and never made it. But if someone was in need on the street, she would stop and check on them. Or if she heard someone crying, she would stop. And
you hear the key in the door, and it sort of pushes open, and it's the same silhouette that you saw before. He says, "Shut the fuck up. You're only here for as long as she says she needs you. All right? Everyone, make me a perception seeing test."
Fail me. Nice.
10. With a 5.
17 with a 3.
15 with a 5.
Okay. So what Tin and Thora both see is that he has on his belt a ring of keys. They actually look about the right size for the small locks on your neck manacles.
I could probably pickpocket those.
Could I get some more water? Do you have any more?
No, all out.
Really?
Got
Out of
plenty of
water.
piss though.
Gross. You drink
Well,
piss?
bring me a bucket to piss in then.
He drinks piss.
I think we're all good for piss, actually, mate.
Okay, he turns around and closes the door.
Great. Well, I thought if I could get him close.
You know he can hear us.
We're whispering.
I'm trying to be quiet. It's not my fault my deep timbre travels.
It is, though, isn't it?
Weirdo. Who drinks piss?
He doesn't drink piss. He was just trying to make us drink piss. Because he hates us. Because we're his prisoners. Because he isn't a nice man, Thor. Like, I know you and Effie are agents of the Inquisition, but you can both be incredibly naive. And if Effie's desire to help the world has gotten us into this mess.
I said shut the fuck up, didn't I?
Or what?
Oh, Thor, Alan.
Yeah. So he opens the door.
Tannen's face is one of just...
he opens the door and he just comes right up to Arlen. And
Does he?
Yeah, just smacks him on the jaw.
Can I trip him up?
Well, you can.
And how close is he to me? I'm going to take those keys.
Exactly.
If
Well,
we just get two grabby hands on him, he's done.
He's not near you.
Why can't we just quietly take our beatings like good children?
No.
I'm just going to deliver a brief beating.
No.
Not really a beating. It's just a punch. It's 5 damage.
Okay.
But it's just a punch. You can try and trip him up.
Hang on, I'm trying to find my HP to take that off. Okay. -5. What do I do? What sort of check is that?
It's a fists check, I think.
Do you have some grappling experience or something?
Yeah, really? That sounds cheap.
Or maybe,
Well,
maybe it's
it's-
wrestling.
Scrappy.
Yeah, he's scrappy.
Wrestling.
I'm going to have a look while you roll some dice.
It's got to be dexterity something, right?
I mean, I would
Or
think
strength something?
I mean, it might be brawl. It might come to brawling.
What banner is that under? My character sheet doesn't.
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay. Yeah, man. Oh, that's good. 15, 16, 17.
Okay, yeah, fine. What's on the dragon die?
5.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he comes over and punches you. You've actually had worse beatings from your fellow Templars, to be honest.
And my father.
You just bring your leg round to the back of his knee, and as he goes to turn around, his knee just isn't where he expected to be, and he goes right over on his ass.
Well, then I'm going to grab him if he's within.
Can you step on him or something? Oh my gosh.
To grab him, you are going to need to strangle Iris.
It's a worthy cause, Iris. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, this is desperate, okay? She'll forgive me. I can't let him scramble away.
I mean, you. What I mean is really that you don't have enough chain length to grab. You can only get
Minor event help.
Really?
A help, you say?
Yeah.
Can I, like, try and loop my legs around him to bring him towards me then?
Ooh.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
Leg wrestling.
A minor help that I've prepared in advance, and it's the perfectly timed minor help. Who do we have to thank for this?
That would be our good friend Bloody Violet.
On you go, bloody
Who?
Violet.
Incomparable Helena Handbasket.
Go on yourself.
What
Helena Handbasket.
What we will do then is actually Arlen, you're so lucky that you are the one who's tried this Hogan's Heroes-esque attempt. No, because that was all grifting. What you do is as you go forward, sorry Iris, sorry Iris, sorry Iris, you hear a very satisfying click. And the sudden forward movement that you've made, they never actually locked your manacle properly.
Oh my god! Those idiots.
So Iris very briefly sort of chokes for a second, but then she gasps and sits back as your manacle just falls away, and this guy's sort of standing up now.
Well,
and I guess it's going to be a fight.
Yeah, I'm going to fucking tackle him and try and get him in a headlock.
I think I'm going to ask for an initiative roll then.
Woohoo! How does that work? It's been long.
Hey, how that rolls is you do a normal roll, it's a dexterity roll, and it uses the initiative focus, apparently.
Interesting. 15 with a 5 again. Wow, that dice is...
Okay, well you win the initiative.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm just gonna freaking tackle him and try and headlock him, obviously. Like I said.
Right. Yeah, make me a brawling check.
Okay. 15 with a 4.
Yeah. Well, that will overwhelm his defense. You have grabbed him.
Excellent.
You give him a chance to try and get out of it. Okay. What did you roll? Sorry.
What was it? Was it 15 with a 4? Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. He's not getting out of that then.
Great. Well, I guess he's going to. Can I use one hand to grab his keys and toss them to Tiernan?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna keep choking him. Hopefully, he will lose consciousness. I'm not trying to kill him. I'm trying to subdue him.
No. Make a strength check.
Just put him in
strength
the manacle.
Might. Strength might would be the one. Yeah.
Great. I have a bonus in that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 with a 4 again.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm just completely making up rules at this point, but it's such an awesome image that I'm just allowing it. Really. And you're rolling well enough, and you just. And he goes limp.
Put him where you were. Lock it this time.
Oh, good idea, Thora. That's what he's going to do.
And Iris is like,
well, he's going to. Iris is going to get unlocked
in
a second. Tiernan's got the keys, so.
Yes.
Tiernan's first action with the keys is to unlock himself from the stone situation.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad that was all a load of strength checks that I'm good at.
Are you sure he's not? Are you sure he's knocked out?
Well, I'm going to tie him up just in case as soon as we get Iris out.
Good. Lock him into mine. It's attached to the stone.
Oh, good idea. Okay.
You also notice, Alan, he has a knife on him.
I'll be taking that, thank you.
Who's pissed now?
If he had just come in here and undone his belt and started pissing all over us, we could have much more easier grabbed the keys. I'm not naive, Tiernan. He was listening the whole time. Now unlock this right now. I'm freaking out.
All right, there's no need for language like that. Like, I was just repeating back what he said, but can we not make that the unofficial word of the day?
Hurry up.
I don't know.
Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Terrible situation.
Arlen.
Yes, Alan. What if the Maker hears you swearing? He might turn his back on the world again.
What about blasphemy? I just don't like it. Thora, will you stop breathing so much?
Sorry.
Not like I said make his balls or anything.
Arlen.
Sorry.
Like, whenever Arlen swears, Tiernan turns away with the key. And but then he'll unlock Thora, and he'll unlock Iris, and then he'll go and unlock Decas.
I wondered for a moment if you'd bother.
Of course I would. Just I think you'd received markedly fewer chokings than Iris and Thor had.
Well, I'll wait here then.
Are you not coming?
Oh no. I've already been knocked out once today. I have no intention of being killed affecting a poorly planned escape. I'll wait here until either you come back to let me know the coast is clear or you're brought back unconscious.
Very helpful.
Thank you.
Hide one of the keys somewhere.
You know you're outnumbered. so outnumbered. This is a terrible idea. Yeah.
What's your other plan?
Well, I already told you my plan, to wait to gather information and to use it. But I think you've seized the initiative in a very impressive way, and if it works out for you, you'll get a full apology from me. And if it doesn't work out, I won't crow about it.
Well, I'm hoping that my luck is on the turn for today. I didn't get pissed on, so that's a bonus. Sorry.
Well, you set a strange standard for having a good day.
You have no idea.
I mean, I'm not calling this a good day, Ducasse, but would you rather we locked you back up? Or, sorry, no, pretended to, in case they came and investigated. We can leave you with the keys if you'd rather not be complicit in any of this.
Oh, yes, I only have a little neck. You may as well put the manacle back on, and if I feel the need to go for a walk, I'll have the key.
Okay.
You're going to have some quite frustrating company when he wakes up.
That's fine. I have questions of my own when he does.
Just so I know, Ducasse is as far away from the guy as...
Yeah.
So Tinham will just put the manacle back on him and give him the key. Like, he can lock himself back into the neck brace if he wants. Well, good luck. We'll see you soon. One way or another.
Bonjour.
May it be with you.
Okay, now everyone stop talking and let me look. Shh! Don't laugh. Why are you laughing?
I didn't know what talking would be distracting from the looking.
Well, if there's someone there and they're looking this way because you are all talking.
It just made me laugh.
Also, that's true of me, though. I can't think if there's any noise.
Well, it's like how if you're driving in a neighborhood, you're going to turn the volume down so you can read the right address.
Yep. I can't think with music.
That's true.
Okay, make me a perception hearing test.
Okay. I'm so nervous to roll this thing. I don't want to botch it all up.
I feel like my work is done for the day. I'm good.
oh no, that's almost the maximum one. Hold on.
Whoa. What even is your maximum? Like 30?
Here we go.
16, 21 with a 5.
Get out.
That's right. I have the skill points if I need them for something. I don't know.
You don't hear anyone approaching.
Okay. There's nothing. There's no one. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, you
I'm gonna lead the way though. Probably me and Iris in the front.
Okay. You continue on. You end up in a definitely getting underground vibes from this. The hall is lantern lit. Quite echoey in here. And you keep trying to make your way. You come out into a room where you can actually see blue light coming in. You're actually getting towards the outside of this area, and you turn around to tell Tin and Arlen stop making so much noise, clumping their way through the. No, but it's inconsiderate, isn't it? Because they're clumping their way through the caves with their armor on. That's making so much noise. Except they don't have their
She
armor on.
would not think. She would make that connection. She's smarter than that. How dare you?
That's true. I apologize. What I don't apologize for is the 6 charming brigands who have come up.
Oh,
Charming
we're in
brigands.
so much trouble.
You're in an amount of trouble. You're in so much trouble. I'm just going to ask for an initiative roll.
I've only got a dagger and I'm the only one.
Ayo.
Yeah, I'm not optimistic about it, but we should. Yeah.
13 with a 4.
18 with a 6.
Ooh.
I should probably be writing these down.
15 with a 6. Also, Luke will attest to the fact that once he ran a game of Vampire the Masquerade, in which I was a player, where he threw in
we just got a minor something.
Oh,
Did
no.
anyone see that?
Minor help from
where he threw in a whole squad of 10 people, the goal of which was to knock my character out and kidnap me. And over the course of the fight, I not only won, but accidentally kidnapped one of them and sired them as a vampire, which wasn't the best thing, but the fact was that I won, so it could happen.
So,
Very nice.
Okay. Just confirming the initiative order. We've got 4 at the top with an 18. What else did I get? I'm going to just count down. It's the easy way to do it. 17,
Please.
16, 15.
10.
Could you roll off for me, please?
But I got a... Do we both get 6s?
Can you roll off for me, please?
Yeah, a second.
Oh, well, I got a 13, so...
Yep, we're not down 13 yet.
Oh, right, sorry. Oh, you
6.
mean against one of the bad guys.
Okay, so Kiernan. And then Arlen. And Iris will just not bother about it. She's so surprised by this. So
Although, just to reiterate that we do have that minor help.
yes, I was just about to say the minor help is that Thora, you realize as you've been walking, there is a weight at your ankles. They didn't find your ankle dagger.
Very nice.
How many are there?
There are 6 of them. There are 6 of them. 4 of them seem to be armed specifically with cudgels for beating the living crap out of scum like you. But
we're scum like her.
You are scum like you. But actually, a couple of them do have swords. So, but
Well,
Thora, you've won the initiative. So...
Yeah, but I've seen. How far is the You said there was light coming from somewhere. Is it a door? Because this sounds like just run kind of thing.
If you run, then you're running outside. Just for your information. Just to clarify that, you would be running out.
Oh no, that's not the greatest idea. Because there could be like 8 more.
Or more than that.
Okay, well, if I have a little weapon, I'm going to try to take out. Can I tell which ones have swords, or is it like I just go for the closest one that's right there and hope
you can certainly go for one of the sword ones. I have no objection to that.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna do that. Oh my goodness. I'm not a up close and personal fighter. Oh goodness.
Attack away.
Oh god. Okay. That's not so bad. I'm assuming it's a dexterity weapon. I don't have I didn't write it down.
Yeah, I don't have dagger on my stats either, so we're gonna.
Do you want to know how much a dagger does? Damage-wise, be 1d6.
1d6. And what would it just be? Is it a dexterity weapon? So that would be what we added to our attack roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that's 12, 13, 14, 15 with a 3 to attack.
Yeah, you successfully strike this gentleman.
Okay, and then 1d6 plus Dex 7 damage.
Lovely. Yeah, yeah, he's wearing some quite good mail.
Oh.
Tin, you're up, mate.
Okay, so Tynan is aware that he's the only unarmed one in the gang. So what he is going to do is to attempt to disarm one of the sword wielders.
Okay.
Which I think, if I remember the rules to the combat system correctly, means that he has to basically get a stunt when he rolls his.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping for. It didn't happen.
So he's gonna reach out with his hands to try and like brute force it off them. So I'm just gonna, I guess, is that just a strength roll?
No, we did well. We'll deal with that. Do a dexterity roll. We'll do strength if you actually manage to grab the thing.
Fair.
Do it. I have to.
So I didn't get any stunts.
Oh.
But I did get a 6 on the dragon.
Good for you. Yeah, that's not great. You've sort of it's a clumsy attempt, so reduce your defense by 1.
Well, my defense is like, I've only worked out my defense when I'm wearing armor, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Armor doesn't affect defense, I don't think. Armor affects your
Oh,
armor.
that's true. It's just something separate. So does that mean our armor is essentially nothing at the minute?
0. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll work out what my defense then is.
Yeah. So the 4 of you are just gonna get driven at by the cudgel wielding thugs. So we'll start off with Thora. Does an 11? No, wait, that's wrong. 16. Sorry, beat your defense.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is 9 points of damage. Arlen. Yeah, that's not so good.
Uh-oh.
How do you feel about numbers? It's only an 11.
My defense is 11.
Then it's a hit.
Oh, fuck.
But it's 7 points damage.
Okay.
Tiernan.
Hello.
Like a 18, 19.
Yeah. That'll about do it.
8 points of damage.
Oof.
Iris is also clobbered. I'm not going to just sit here playing with myself. And then one of the sword guys is going to attack Thora, of course, since Thora started it.
I did.
12, 13, 18. Oh dear. 18 for 10 points of damage.
Okay.
From the sword. And one of them's going to step up to Arlen, who's the biggest. And he's going to make a 16.
Well, yeah.
And that's going to be 11 points of damage.
Ow. Let's see. Oh, I'm not good at maths. Okay.
But Arlen, it's your go.
Oh, please get some stunts. Nope. 6, 10, 13. What? Wait, what am I doing? What do I... Is it just... Oh, yeah, right, okay. I'm gonna try and stab one of them, I guess, since I didn't get
Are you going to stab the guy who stabbed you or the guy who clobbered you?
The guy who stabbed me, because swords, you know, they're more of a pressing danger.
Yeah, that is rational.
Okay, what do I add to that? Oh yeah, attack roll 3. Sorry, this is like improvised weapons. 10, 13. So 16 with the 3.
Yeah, that'll hit his defense.
Oh, phew. Okay. D6. D6. Plus 1 for Dex, I assume.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, it basically scrapes against his arm to no effect.
Oh, we're so boned.
Back up to Thora then.
Okay. I'm going to invoke my backstab skill, which is my dexterity versus your perception.
Okay.
And if I win, I get extra damage and a plus to my attack.
Okay.
So that is 13.
Yeah.
Did I win?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so then I'm going to go again at this sword guy. Please give me stun points, okay? Not those kind. No.
Oh, the stunts are holding out on us today.
Stunts, more like.
12 with a 2.
Little one found that funny.
Yeah, he did.
Filthy sense of humor, that one.
He shouldn't know what that means.
Well, the 12 beats his defense.
Does it? Okay, then I also have stun points now, so I could disarm him.
Oh.
Yeah? Yeah? I can't really hear you because there's a baby screaming.
Oh dear.
That really needs to stop. Hold on.
So yeah, we make an opposed attack roll.
Amazing the lungs on that kid.
Amazing, one word for it. Satanic is another.
He's getting in the mood. He's enjoying the fight.
We're not winning, though.
I have made my attack roll.
So I make another one?
Yeah, you make it's an opposed attack roll.
Oh, just flat dice?
Yeah.
9.
No, that does not successfully disarm him.
Man.
Oh, you tried.
I did. Do I still get to damage him in the process?
Yeah, I assume you get damage as well.
Okay, cool. I rolled 2 6s. So 12 plus 5 is 17. Right.
Very nice. Very, very confident hit.
Ooh.
Tiernan.
Gonna try again. Definition of insanity.
Come on, Tiernan. I believe in you, bro.
Hey, bro.
That's a long roll.
I'm so mad I didn't disarm him.
Oh, it's okay.
I forgot what I was rolling. What am I trying to achieve?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. That's 14.
To hit him, yeah?
I need to get stunt points, don't I? That's the point.
If you want to disarm, if you're just going for a punch, you can just punch him.
I just think Tiernan is aware that in the fight of one man punching 6 armored guys, the punchy man does not the battle win.
All right, let's get this out of the way then.
I mean, we get brawling though, so you should get. You should get brawling as a Templar.
Yeah, no, he's got brawling as standard because he's a fighter, but still, the punchy man does not. I think these guys might be fighters too.
Tiernan,
Maybe.
I got like well over 12 against your defense. I actually got some stunt points on that one.
Oh, piss.
Rev.
Sorry, Tiernan.
Language.
I'm gonna spend that on a bit of extra damage.
I don't want extra damage.
Okay, we're gonna get it. You get 12 damage.
Oh no, that's.
Oh, Tiernan gets properly clubbed in the face.
Oh.
Thora, you're getting one now.
No. Stop.
Why do I get the feeling you're enjoying this?
An attempted cudgel to the face. He gets a stunt point. But I
That's
don't-
our stunt points, you shitheads.
What an
I don't-
arsehole.
There's nothing you can really do about it. He just gets 1 stunt point. We're not going to
We
bother
can
with that.
win.
Rapid reload your sword.
It's only a 12 as well. I don't know if that's going to hit you.
It does not.
It does not. So yeah, it misses anyway.
If someone gives us a minor help, can we redeem it as stunt points?
No. You could redeem it as an extra stun point if you got a stunt in the first place.
He's a
but not
cruel taskmaster.
Arlen, how does a 16 do against your defense?
Oh well, obviously.
Okay, well that's a lovely 7 points of
Oh,
damage against you.
ow.
Well, that's okay. That's me doing with the mauls. Now the swords are going to come at you.
Fuck.
And you are jabbed at
Oh.
Arlen to the tune of 13 against your defense.
Yeah.
And then you can take 8 points of damage for that.
This is not going well.
I mean, I didn't think it would.
And Thora.
We're being scrappy.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely going to hit you, right? That's like an 8, 19, 20, something like
Yeah.
that. So you actually take 12 points of damage.
Ouch.
That hit. Arlen, you're up, mate.
Are we gonna die? I don't want to die.
It would be pretty embarrassing.
Based on their cudgel-based economy, I imagine they're just going to stove our heads in and chain us back up in the room.
Yeah.
I got stun points.
Yay! Disarm him! I want his sword!
Yeah.
Get me one of them.
What do I do? I got 5. Can you only redeem like one thing?
No, you can. I think you can spend all of your stun points.
Yeah, you have to redeem. You can only redeem the number of points, but you can.
Well, I got 5, so I can disarm and then try something else.
Yeah, you can't do the same stunt twice, but you can do a lightning attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll try and disarm him first.
Okay, so we'll both make an attack roll against each other.
Okay. Just flat.
I'll try and roll badly for you.
12.
Oh, we both got a 12. What did you get on your dragon die?
I got a 4.
I got a 4 on my dragon die.
Oh God! Right, we'll have
Let's
to
roll off. Roll 1 die, see what
One
happens.
die. Okay. Please. 4.
I got a 5 this time, so
Shit.
you don't disarm, but you do have the lightning attack, or anything really for 3 points.
Yeah. Well, I've only got one weapon. What would be the best? Mighty blow and lightning attack will do the same thing here. So, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do a mighty blow, I suppose.
Yeah.
So 2d6 plus 1, 7, 8, 9. 10 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, they've probably got buttloads of health. Like I had buttloads of health in the beginning.
They've got an amount of health and an amount of armor. Okay, Thora.
This is a terrible idea.
I mean,
I admire us for trying it. I think
we should just do a time skip to later where we're back in the manacles and we're like, well, that was fun.
I mean, like.
Look, maybe we can still do this. If everyone can disarm everyone, maybe we can do it.
I think we should give it a few more rounds to get the mood of the fight, and then potentially look into this time skip. Preferably with a Huzzah gang, I think we've got this. We didn't got this.
I might be able to disarm him. Can I backstab again since it's a new round?
I don't know.
Because I can't do it twice in like a turn if I have multiple attacks, but I think I can do it once per round.
I think that sounds fine.
So I'll get the extra damage, and then maybe I can also disarm him. So your roll perception.
Okay.
14 versus.
No, that does not win.
Okay, fine. Just go at him with my little dagger. I gotta do that again. Hold on. They all like scattered to the 4 winds.
They're frightened. They're just as frightened as I am.
It was a good roll, but like I can't, not in good conscience. That's worse. So now I feel extra bad for being honest. Okay, 5, 6, 7 plus 5 is 12.
Oh, we'll beat his defense.
Okay, awesome. So just the. Wait, but I did get 1 stun point. I can knock him prone.
Not for 1 stun point.
Yes, I can. I'm a rogue.
Oh, nice.
I'm a rogue. I can push him to. It says knock prone to or push 2 yards. I think knocked prone, right? Does it say what the
Yeah, you just do it. I think you can just do it.
Cool. Then I will 5 damage, 5 damage, and then knock his ass on the ground.
Okay, great. He is on the ground. Tiernan.
If at first you don't succeed.
Wait, that's 10 damage. I'm sorry, I forgot to add. Sorry.
Okay, he's looking quite badly wounded, actually.
Good.
Oh, we don't want to kill.
We want to incapacitate them and run away.
Yeah, subdue.
One down, 5 to go.
I have some health left.
The maker is on our side.
I'm our
He's on
tank
their side
today.
as well.
Tiernan's not doing. You know how they say that in order to properly level up, you have to have failed a few times.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
let's dispense of their turn.
Oh.
So your guy stands up, obviously, and then attacks you with a sword.
He can do both, man.
I think so, yeah. It's like a 40, like 19.
Yeah.
That's pretty insulting to ask about.
What have we got? We've got a minor help from Prestige.
Noted. So that's 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Tiernan. I'm going to have this guy be a bit distracted thanks to the minor help, and I'm going to give him a good old penalty to his.
Yeah, I'll see on way.
I don't know if it's going to help you actually. It's a 15. It's still 15.
Yeah, Tiernan's not the dex. He's
So
not very elegant.
I don't feel that minor help necessarily did the job. So what I'll do is I'll roll partial damage.
Thank you.
It's okay. So it's 9 points of damage. Oh yeah, the guys with the cudgels now. We'll start with Thora.
No, they can just miss. That's fine.
They actually don't miss. He gets
Shit.
He definitely hits you.
Did you not hear the lady?
And he hits you for 8 points of damage.
I'm down.
Oh,
You're down. He obviously chooses to subdue rather than kill you. So you're down to 1 hit point and unconscious.
Ow.
Rev, just for context, hasn't changed their name on my Zoom window. So if I occasionally
Oh yeah. Sorry.
that's mystifying. So the one who's cudgeling you, first of all, definitely hits you. Actually, gets some stunts going on.
Oh, brilliant.
He's gonna go with a dual strike.
Interesting.
Which I think we'll just use for theatrical purposes. So we'll deal with his damage first. Actually, I think I know. Actually, no, I won't do that. I'm losing much more than that. First of all, I'm going to deal you some damage to the tune of 10 points of damage.
Ow.
Are you still up?
Yeah.
Then let's make an attack roll against each other.
Okay.
He's going to try and disarm you with your little dagger.
Oh, that's just insulting.
I don't like this montage.
Is this just a flat roll?
Just a flat roll, yeah.
I mean, ideally your dice will be 3D.
It's not. It's 8. That's terrible.
I'm very sorry. You are disarmed of the insult to injury. And Tiernan.
Hello.
Iris is knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rogues go down.
Yeah, rogues go down. Tiernan, it's definitely a hit.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty confident. And it's 10 points of damage.
Poor Tiernan's poor face.
And one of the guys with the sword just puts the blade against Thora's neck and says,
I'm already down, man.
and says, drop to your knees. Stop fucking about.
Well, we're gonna do it.
Tiernan goes with some difficulty because I think he's probably been smacked in the legs a few times.
Yeah. So
We're very bruised and bloodied. Arlen's got like a split lip and like his head's bleeding.
yeah, you two are made to carry back your cellmates, and
Do we get a look from Ducat?
Oh, definitely.
He promised he wouldn't say "I told you so." What he actually says is 3 minutes 23 seconds.
At least it's not. Oh look, you guys.
There's 3 minutes 23 seconds, and then he says to the brigands, definitely taking the piss. He says, "I did tell them not to bother." They're sort of surprised to see their chum chained up. So they sort that situation out.
We just go back to our spots. I'll let myself back in.
Yeah, you're chained back up. Not too long later, the door opens, and a bundle of sackcloth is thrown into the center of the cell, and then you hear the sound of someone running away, and the door is still open.
Are any of us near the cloth?
Well, Ludovi, of course, can unlock himself at will.
Oh.
He is. He sort of opens up the sackcloth. You hear this person whisper just before they run away. Don't draw attention. Your friend is in the cave with the blue flag. I've cleared the way for now. And
The blue flag.
And you've been given some cudgels, a couple of them. And yeah, that's it. So you sort of Ludovic sort of leads you quietly out of the cell, limping. In the case of some of you, and you're definitely not not in the mood for causing a distraction or raising the alarm. But your rescuer, whoever that person was not lying. The way seems clear. You actually come out of the cave and you see that you're in what looks like it was once a quarry, a very large quarry. And you're making your way along a ridge in the stark blue light of the sapphire sun. And you can see there are maybe 24 or so people down in the valley. This is you having a bit of a punch up. And you see there is a cave entrance just down the way from you, where there is a blue banner flying on a pole. And you head down to it. As you get closer, you see that there is a single bandit guarding this cave. And from the looks of it, like a minority of the bandits, she's a lady bandit. And she actually spots you, and she waves you over. Finally, look, I'm off to go and join the fight. I can give you maybe a few minutes, but no one's going to go in there, okay? So just stay in there and stay quiet.
Thank you.
How shall we know when it's safe to leave?
It will never be safe for you to leave. So make ready what you've got to make ready and decide what you're going to do. And try not to kill any of my friends.
Don't intend to.
Do my best.
Thank you.
Get in, go on. You go in to this cave, and whatever you're expecting to see, you're almost certainly surprised. Opening the door is like stepping into another world. You see a room decorated as though it were a bedchamber in a well-to-do manor house. There's fine furniture, tapestries on the walls, and an elegant Antivan rug on the floor. Asleep on the bed in a plain white gown, you see Effie. She looks unhurt, but she is very deeply asleep, and her skin is pale, waxy, and coated in a sheen of cold sweat as if she was in the midst of a fever. it takes a bit of doing, but you manage to rouse her to consciousness, and Effie opens her eyes and screams. And we'll find out why 2 weeks from now.
I thought we were friends.
No. You are banned. You are cancelled.
I thought you were friends. Like we were friends, I thought.
No, good.
This is an adversarial system.
Izzy, your beloved just said we weren't friends.
Are we not friends? I thought we were friends. Are we not friends? Nah, this never works. I can't play that card. I would that I could.
There we go. So sorry that had to be a bit abbreviated in places. I couldn't linger on some
Look,
things.
I think we were all quite happy to abbreviate the humiliation of our defeat.
Like a 6-on-3 with no weapons. I was like,
That was hilarious.
I'm glad we tried.
we did.
I had so much fun getting my arse kicked.
It's usually it's a lot, you know.
Well, I want you to know Thor got that guy she was fighting down to single digits.
Wow.
Go me.
That's
It
our
was that
Thor.
it was that sneak attack, whatever it's called, that you did. That was great. So yeah, we will reconvene in 2 weeks' time for the continuation of this story.
Oh.
Thank you.
And just to take the mic back from Saber Whisper, metaphorically speaking, he can keep his mic. That's fine. Things have been quiet from the trash crew for some time because Praxis has been a garbage animal and hasn't been doing her job properly. But no more garbage. Now only trash. Which is now my new self-help motto. Buy my book. No more garbage, now only trash. Available in stores.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
I fucking would.
I want to write it now. It sounds brilliant. It's just trash aphorisms. Don't forget what you were going to say because you got sidetracked. Rule 1.
The surprise.
The surprise. Well, it's not really a surprise. It was just more a dramatic reveal.
I mean,
that was revealed some 40 minutes ago to our followers on Patreon because I thought a bit of a follower bonus would be nice. But to everyone else, I can now reveal that the second It You Trash Crew Trash Shot, which is the name now, even though it's awkward to say,
I like
past Izzy. I know you love it, but
Trash
you love it. You love it in spite of what it is. I know it hurts Sable on a very deep personal level, but it's
the trash it.
Trash it.
So, to those of you who were not aware, if you follow us at a certain tier on Patreon, in fact, I believe it is the extra tier. All the tiers are named after us because we are trash. So if you follow us to the extra tier, then you may vote whenever I decide what the trash shots are going to be. I pick, a few systems, put them up to vote. The patrons get to have their vote, and I should have closed the voting like a fortnight ago, but I didn't because I believe in democracy and also forgot. You can do both. It was a very close run thing, and in fact, the winning system won by only a single vote. The voting was between Monster Hearts, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse game about being monsters in a high school, right up our street. There is Rhapsody of Blood, which is another Powered by the Apocalypse game, which is basically Castlevania with the serial numbers filed off. And there is Unknown Armies, which is a tale of a dark urban fantasy horror, which is a particular favorite of mine and comes with a lot of very grim, dark elements. And I can reveal, drum roll please, that the trash shot next available to the It You Trash Crew, which will be running on the highly spoopy Friday the 13th, will be
Dun, dun, dun.
Unknown Armies.
I can't make Fridays.
Well, it's fine. Unknown Armies, which
It's not
is...
fine, I'm sad.
So, Pretty Ideal is sad. The exciting reveal is now about sadness. Please share your saddest emotes in the chat.
Oh.
Woo! Unknown Armies. Woo, woo,
So,
woo.
I'm going to just put a sticky note over Bree's sad face because I can't do the exciting reveal and look at that. Unknown Armies is a game of effectively you live in a world that is full of conspiracy and just terrible fuckery. But it's okay because you're just muddling through. The combat system is utterly brutal. On a personal note, this was the very first rulebook I ever bought. When I was 19 years old, I was in a game that wasn't actually Unknown Armies, but it was based on the system, the character gen system. So I went out and bought the book, and it's the only rule book to this day that I have read recreationally, cover to cover, and loved every single bit of it. To anyone who knows about Unknown Armies, I'm not going to be running it with the full magic system because it's incredibly complicated and would, I think, go beyond a one shot. So everyone is going to be playing straightforward, mundane people in a world of magic and having to deal with the consequences of that. And anyone who knows my style of headfuck horror will know exactly what to prepare themselves for. I have only ever run one shot of Unknown Armies before, and I believe Sable Whisper was actually in that one shot and could potentially attest to how dark it got. So cool. So join us, Trash Fam, this Friday the 13th, for a special spooky trash shot of Unknown Armies, run by me, definitely starring Reverie Terribly, and others who will be mysterious and spoopy. Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. Remember to pick up a gift bag on the way out.
What's in the gift bag?
The gift bag includes a list of names of people who I forgot to thank because I was distracted and I haven't done this for a while. So,
that's my favorite.
I mentioned our Patreon page, which is a super thriving place full of lovely people who support what we do. We all have various expenses involved in keeping this thing running. There's lots of us. We are pan-national and all, very, all this hair dye doesn't, grow on trees. Also food, important things like that. So we would very quickly like to thank the lovely people who go out of their way to support us on Patreon. You get lots of things. There are various tiers, and we hope we give really good rewards for people who want to give a bit more. But if you can't afford that and just want to give $1 a month, that's $12 a year. That's, nothing. That is
more than we deserve.
It's more than we deserve based on our disgraceful performance today, but also it makes us feel better. And every time someone backs us on Patreon, I can guarantee we do an incredibly excited noise in the chat, and then
oh my goodness, yes,
vent about how lovely the people are. So let us vent about how lovely these people are now. Of course, everyone knows Amy C, also Domitella, who has supported us now for as long as we've had Patreon, and is just lovely. Caffeine Kitty, who in fact went out of their way to support us a little bit higher just so that she could vote for the trash shots. I think the thing she voted for didn't win, so I'm really sorry, but everyone's vote counts, and it was very close. So if more people had done that, then now I've looked. Monster Heart sounds amazing, but there is I have a soft, weird spot in my heart for Unknown Army, so I'll vote for that. So Caffeine Kitty, this is for you. Christopher Gallen, who was the other person who was in my previous Unknown Armies one shot, and said specifically he wanted to vote for it in the hope that I would harrow you as much as I harrowed him. I unfortunately won't be able to because I made liberal use of the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz, which terrified him to this day. He cannot watch that movie anymore. Of course, the lovely and very supportive Henri Prestige, who has been supporting us liberally today with many, many helps. James Malloy of Protein City Comics, who is just a great guy all round. Michael Bowman, beloved Bowman, whom has been just more lovely to us than we have any right.
We stand Bowman.
Personal thank you to Bowman, who I discovered today has bought me a month's subscription to this channel so I can do trash bag emotes.
Yes, so we should all be throwing trash bag emotes right now at all these people about how excited we are. Of course, Mike Fielding.
I have
Brie,
to.
would you?
Yeah.
Sorry, Brie, would you mind? Of course, Mike Fielding, as you know, you might know as Interiority, who is sometimes a villain, but always a friend. Beautiful Mike Kilburn, who people will know from the other trash game, Praxis's Redheaded Stepchild, which is Star Trek Iskander. Quite exciting news for everyone. The Iskander crew and I are currently in the process of making plans for the next Iskander adventure. I ran it by them that we might run it on the off week between Dragon Age games, so that will keep the Tuesday slot afresh. I believe I can reveal that the next Iskander game is going to be GM'd by Kath Stinton, who is our captain. So that's going to be very exciting, but she's currently just finished her master's thesis, and so is taking a little bit of time for her brain to decompress. But watch this space, Iskander coming soon. Nora Blake, who is another one of our backers, is just utterly lovely and has been a good friend of mine on Twitter for a while. We run the Protean City Fic Jam together, and basically she is sunshine and lightness in a person. Rich Hawks, good friend of me and Sable, who has supported the Trash Crew for a while and thinks that maybe I could be nicer to them, but understands that that's not who I am as a person, and I respect him for that. Roasted Pot, who backs us to a weird penny amount, which maybe is a currency translation thing, but that's cool either way. If you want to back us just to some $0.69, you can back us to some $0.69, and we will respect that. William P. Hoffman, who has backed us just for a few months now, but it's very nice to see him. And of course, last but not least, everybody's favorite name, Helena Handbasket.
Yay!
Thank you, Helena Handbasket. You know who you are. You know I'm a big fan of your dealings.
That's so many people.
And just reading that list makes me really happy. And just thank you so much to everyone who just goes out of their way to back us on Patreon, and just who gets in touch on Twitter. We are at @ItUCrew on Twitter, same as our Twitch handle. And just get in touch. Let us know if you have any thoughts, if you have any feedback, if there was anything you particularly liked, if there was anything you particularly didn't like. Like, guys, I'd like you to suck less at combat. We do know we didn't do that to be delightfully ironic. Tomorrow morning, I believe Michael Bowman will probably give us his thoughts in the form of the bow take, which is the most exciting time of the week for us.
It really is. Like, when I wake up on Wednesday mornings, it's like 4 a.m. for me, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
I can promise you, whichever of the Trash Crew sees the bow take first, in the chat, bow take, it's happened! Get to Twitter now, move! You know, coffee cups go flying. I excitedly send the screen cap to Sable, who is not on Twitter, and, you know, he is
terribly mysterious.
He is terribly mysterious. He doesn't believe in social, not just social media, just social. He stops existing when the stream's down, which is a little unsettling for me, I have to say. But yeah, every tiny moment of engagement with any of you is just what makes all this just worthwhile. And thank you. And it's been a while, but we're back now, and that's lovely. And I know that Sunny Kitty and Sassy Dragon think that too. I can speak on their behalf. On behalf of the It You Trash Crew, thank you for coming. Thank you for your patience today. Thank you for backing. Thank you for being our friends. And look out for Unknown Army. It's coming soon.
So excited.
I'm very excited. I'm going to keep stroking the book. I'm going to put that in my work bag right now. I'm going to take that to work with me and read it on the train.
Praxis is going to destroy me, and I'm going to love it.
Praxis is going to be off the fucking chain, mate.
You need to take the sticky note off of my face so you can see me pouting at you.
I took the sticky note off ages ago. I couldn't resist that lovely face. No,
I wasn't pouting when you said that. Oh.
Ha! Ha! See, I can be nice too. But lots of love, everyone. I really should be getting to bed. See you on Friday.
Bye.